Yo, yo, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing back at it with another basketball video, you know what I mean? Little hoops talk over here, you know? Big ups to my man Foy, what's goody, son? Wagwan, brother, me there, style, you know? My man's asked me, yo, B Marsh, man, since you be hooping, man, you be giving niggas work on the court, you know your basketball and whatnot, man. He says he would like. He asked me why I don't be talking much basketball on my channel. I'm more talk boxing. I said, basketball's kind of mainstream. You know what I mean? And I love boxing, and there ain't enough coverage of boxing on the major media networks. You know what I mean? So I try to get in where I fit in. You know what I mean? There's basketball all day, every day, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he ain't the first person to ask me to be doing more basketball videos, you know what I mean? So, I gotta I gotta adhere to the audience, you know what I mean? I gotta give the audience what they want, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna be doing no LeBron James videos all day, every day. First and foremost, I'm not a fanboy. And second of all, people be on that LeBron James BS for what, man? The fuck out of here, man. LeBron and them, they ain't even winning. They got smashed by Toronto, you know what I mean? Fellas, they only talking about the Lakers, really and truly, for views, you know what I'm saying? Where was everybody last season talking about the Lakers, you know what I mean? There was nowhere to be found. You see, that's why I don't really respect a lot of LeBron James fans. You know what I'm saying? Because them fellas ain't the fan of the sport, basketball. I do this for the love of the sport. You know what I mean? You check it. If there's one sport I do know like boxing, it's definitely basketball. You know what I'm saying? And I do this for the love of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Because them LeBron James fans, they were Cleveland Cavs fans at first. Then they went over to Miami. They were Miami Heat fans. Then they came back to Cleveland. Now they Laker fans. I mean, what part of the game is that? What type of life is that, man? What type of life is that? That's some no backbone type I have in life. You know what I mean? See me, I've been a Celtics fan all my life, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 30s, kid, and I'm still a Celtics fan. You know what I mean? Really and truly, I don't give a fuck about no other team in the NBA. I don't. But I like a lot of players, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm going to be doing basketball videos on things that I think are important or I consider worthy of talking about. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be making LeBron James videos all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Son, Slim got smashed by the Toronto Raptors yesterday. What did LeBron do? He got in his Rolls Royce Phantom with his wife, and they went to P Diddy's birthday party in L.A. Not with all the Lakers, not with his teammates, you know what I'm saying? The man went to party with the stars, you know what I mean? And that's not a good look after he just got smashed by over 20 by the Raptors without Kawhi Leonard. And you gave a luster effort, you know what I mean? So let's get into this one time, you know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal and Victor Oladipo. Now that DeMar DeRozan is out of the East, you know what I'm saying? He's over there in San Antonio. These are the guys I consider to be um, the best, what you call it, um, the best shooting guards in the East, you know what I'm saying? So it's only right that I see and try to compare who's better, you know what I mean? This is coming off the strength that, Bradley Beal might be out of here, man. This is DC, man. Washington Wizards, you know what I'm saying? I see these guys play almost every other night, you know what I mean? I watch almost all their games, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not a Wizards fan, but I don't root against them. If they don't make the playoffs, oh well, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Boston Celtic fan. I'm going to stay true to where I came from, you know what I mean? Yeah, you check it, but I'm a fan of basketball, so I do watch the Wizards, you know what I'm saying? And they 2-7, one of the worst records in the NBA as of right now. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal is in trade considerations, man. He's in trade talks. They try to get this guy up out of here. Try to send him over there to Portland. They might be trading him for CJ McCollum. You heard it here first. B Marsh Boxing. This is B Marsh Basketball at the given moment. Now let's talk about it. Who's better between these two? You know what I mean? How many years Bradley Beal been in the league? 4, 5, 6. I believe this is his 7th year, right? 6th year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is his 7th year, ladies and gents. 7th year, man. 6 years with Bradley Beal. or 7 years with John Wall, and they've only made the playoffs. They've only gotten as far as the second round. You know what I mean? I tell people out here all day, every day about John Wall and Bill. Niggas think I'm hating. I'm just telling the truth. You know what I mean? I seen Game 7 last year. Toronto was not. I'm bugging. Game 6 in DC. Wizards versus Raptors, and I seen Bradley Beal in that last quarter. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't know what he did, go back and look at it. Now I'm gonna compare these two players and who's a better player. You know what I mean? Now let's just start with last season, 2017, 2018. You check it, the man Victor Oladipo, he averaged 23.1 points per game, while the man Bradley Beal averaged 23.1. You know what I mean? Excuse me, Bradley Beal averaged 22.6, while Victor Oladipo averaged 23.1. So Oladipo got the edge right there. Turnovers per game, Oladipo 2.6 turnovers per game, and Bradley Beal 2.9. And Oladipo does a lot more ball handling than the man Bradley Beal. So that's that edge, I gotta give it over there again to the man Oladipo. He's causing less turnovers with the rock. You know what I'm saying? Oh, is it 2.9? Actually, Oladipo has more turnovers. 2.9 to Bradley Beal's 2.6. I was about to say, the man Bradley Beal handles the rock a little bit more than the man, than the man Bradley Beal, you know what I'm saying? So the edge right there goes to the man Bradley Beal, you know what I mean? But okay, blocks per game. 0.4 blocks per game last season for the man Bradley Beal. 0.8 for the man Oladipo. Oladipo got the edge. When it comes to steals, I already know that. Victor Oladipo is one of the best defensive players in the NBA, best two-way players in the NBA. He brings it on defense just like he brings it on offense, and vice versa, you know what I mean? And he averages probably a league-leading 2.4 steals last season, you know what I'm saying? While the man Bradley Beal, I think he averaged steals per game 1.2, you know what I mean? That's a big difference, you know what I'm saying? Assists per game 4.5 for the man Bradley Beal, 4.3 for Oladipo. So by 0.2 decimals, Bradley Beal got the edge, you know what I'm saying? Rebounds per game, total rebounds 5.2 last season for Victor Oladipo, to 4.4 for the man Bradley Beal, you know what I'm saying? Free throw percentage 79% for the Bradley Beal, 79.1. Victor Oladipo 79.9. Now Oladipo got the advantage there by 8 decimals, but really 8 points of a decimal. But Bradley Beal's a more pure shooter. He should have the edge there, but it goes to the man Oladipo. That's free throws. Free throws attempted 4.5 for Bradley Beal, 4.9 for Oladipo. So Oladipo's going to the rack more. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what they're doing on the three-point land, which, if you know their games, Bradley Beal should be the better three-point shooter, you know what I mean? Bradley Beal, three-point percentage last season. Bradley Beal, 3.75, or 37.5, excuse me. Victor Oladipo, 37.1%. So Bradley Beal barely beats him by 0.4 decimals, you know what I mean? Now, field goal percentage, which is one of the very most important stats in basketball, you know what I'm saying? Field goal percentage shows shot selection if you're taking good shots, you know what I mean? And Bradley Beal shot 46% from the field. Pretty good for a two guard. Can't lie about that, you know what I mean? Can't lie about that. While the man Victor Oladipo shot 47.7, which is even better, you know what I'm saying? Okay, minutes per game. Oladipo 34 minutes per game to Bradley Beal's 34.9. Now, if you hear me read them stats, I think the stats favor overall. They favor the man Victor Oladipo, but I'm gonna just give you the eye test what I think. You know what I mean? Oladipo, in my opinion, is definitely the better player. You know what I mean? He's played 1 year less than the man Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal played 7 years, while the man what's his name? Let me make sure Bradley Beal 7 years. Bradley Beal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Yes, and Oladipo 6. All right. Bradley Beal was like the third pick in his draft. His draft class was who was in his draft class, if I could remember. Let me think. His draft class, Anthony Davis was number one, Kid Gilchrist number two, Bradley Beal number three. You know what I mean? You had guys like Damian Lillard number six, Andre Drummond number nine. You know what I'm saying? You had Thomas Robinson. Damn, man, that guy's a fucking bust. And he's from D.C., man. Thomas Robinson was pick number 5. He came out of Kansas. I remember, you know what I mean? When the Eastern High School over there on the border of like, right there in Southeast, right by the D.C. Armory, you know what I mean? You know, his draft class was pretty whack, really and truly. Bradley Beal's, you know what I'm saying? Besides, now it was all right. Anthony Davis, okay, Dame Lillard, Andre Drummond, a few All-Stars, all right? It was Oladipo's draft class that was pretty weak. They picked Anthony Bennett, that kid from Canada who went to the Cavs. They picked number 1. Otto Porter, number 3 from the Wizards, went to Georgetown. And he's not earning his money right about now. You know, you had guys like Cody Zeller, number 4. Alec, he comes off the bench. Nerlens Noel, number 6. He comes off the bench. Ben McLemore, he wasn't even in the NBA last year. Michael Carter-Williams, a fucking bust. Steven Adams, number 12 out of New Zealand. That was a good pick for what you call him, the Thunder, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, number 15. But I think that the man Oladipo is a better player. Oladipo's a better defender. He's definitely a high leaper. Look, the man Bradley Beal's supposed to be a more pure shooter, while, you know, he's barely, you know, Oladipo's even a better free throw shooter than him and almost as good as a three-point shooter than him, you know what I mean? Bradley Beal, when you look at him through a microscope, you know, he does a lot of fuckery, a lot of folly in the last few minutes of the game. And he's a guy, you know, look, man, him and John Wall, like I said, that's an all-star backcourt, you know what I mean? One of the best backcourts is, I guess, on paper. If you really watch him play, you can't compare them with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. You couldn't even compare him with what you call him, DeRozan and Larry last year. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even compare him right now to Kyrie Irving and Jalen Brown. You check it. So there's a lot of bad stuff, bad chemistry, guys. You know, I remember last year when that iPhone X came out, and I was at the Apple store in Georgetown, you know what I mean? I was really going there, not really for the Apple iPhone X. I was going there to get my pops the iPhone 8 Plus, because it had just come out too. And you know, the man John Wall, he was in the Apple store, you know what I mean? He had just got himself an iPhone X. That same day, that same Friday evening, they were supposed to play the Cleveland Cavs. The Cavs came to the MCI Center, Verizon Center in DC, and they gave him that work, you know what I mean? And I'm looking at John Wall and like, these guys' priorities are wrong. Rather than focusing on the game at hand tonight, a massive game against the Cavs last season, he's over here at the iPhone store trying to get the new iPhone X, you know what I mean? So that shit ain't make no sense to me, you know what I'm saying? But I think that the man Oladipo is a better player, you know what I mean? Look at Oladipo, man. They almost beat the Cavs last year, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If it wasn't for a game winner in that Pacers Cavs series last year from LeBron, and also a goaltending block on LeBron that they didn't on for Oladipo that they didn't give LeBron. You never know, man. Pacers might have advanced, you know what I'm saying? I thought they were the better team, and they took the Cavs to the, you know, they gave them that work, you know what I mean? They took them to 7 games. You check it. And I've seen Oladipo play many a times, man. In real life, man. I'm not talking about no NBA shit. I'm talking about on the playground. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's from the area, man. He's from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. He went to DeMatha High School, one of the most storied high school basketball programs in the world, in the United States especially, you know what I mean? Produced a lot of legends out of DeMatha, you know what I mean? You know, most notably the one and only Adrian Dantley, you know what I'm saying? One of the best players to ever come out of Washington, D.C., you know what I mean? And I seen Oladipo play even before he came to the NBA at the Goodman League, you know what I'm saying? You know, Goodman League, that's like DC's Rucker Park or Dykeman League over there in New York, you know what I'm saying? That's our thing. We got two leagues over here and more. We got the Urban Coalition in Spin Garden High School, very storied public high school, Spin Garden over there in Northeast DC, Benning Road. Shout out to all my peoples in Northeast, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we got the Watts League over there, Northeast, near Capitol Heights, you know what I mean? Where Marvin Gaye's from over there. You know, you got the Goodman League, Southeast, Barry Farms, you know what I mean? There's a lot of good basketball talent that came out the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, and Oladipo's putting it on for the DMV right now, especially for PG County, you know what I mean? For PG County, Maryland. And I just think he's the better player, no question about it, you know what I mean? You know, his career looked like it was about to be in shambles when they traded him from Oklahoma City to Indiana, you know what I mean? Everybody was like, fuck kind of trade is that, man? The man Oladipo wasn't looking like the same guy. Really and truly, getting away from Russell Westbrook was the best thing ever in the man Oladipo's career. Look, the man was averaging 15.9 points per game when he played on the Thunder. He looked like a role player. He looked like he was now relegated to just a catch and shoot type of guy. And if you know Oladipo, this man is superiorly, he's a superior leaper, superior athlete. You know what I mean? Man from Nigeria, got them Nigerian African genes. Man could leap out the gym, you know what I'm saying? But he was being pigeonholed when he played with Westbrook. The man gets traded for Paul George, goes to Indiana. Nobody considered Indiana to be a good team last year. Oladipo put it on for that team, for the Pacers. Took him to the playoffs. Was an All-Star, averaging 23, damn near 24 points per game. And he revived his career, man. And now look at Oladipo, one of the best. And actually, in my opinion, right now, he's the best two guard in the motherfucking Eastern Conference. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down, you know? The man's been putting in work, man, and I'm proud of him, you know what I mean? Bradley Beal, not so much. I ain't proud of this guy, you know what I'm saying? Third overall pick. He's had problems with John Wall on and off. There was a point in time Bradley Beal was the highest paid Wizard. Didn't make sense to me because I think John Wall's the best player. But you know, I'll make another video sooner than later about John Wall's transgressions and why I think he's a good player, you know. He's an all-star, no question about it. But you can't put John Wall on the Dame Lillard, Steph Curry's, even Kemba Walker, Kyrie Irving. You can't put him on them kind of fellas' radar as far as best point guard. He might be the best two-way point guard, best defensive point guard, but he got a lot of transgressions on offense. And at the end of the day, if you can't put the ball in the hole and if you can't shoot, you're screwed, you know what I mean? So at the end of this video, man, 18 minutes, I ain't even intend to go this long, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's easy, man. If anybody want to debate or try to challenge me and say, Bradley Beal, come on, I'm gonna throw you the lick. And I'm gonna flame you up like barbecue chicken, like my man Shaq Diesel says when he got fellas in the post, you know what I mean? Straight up, you know, we can debate this basketball shit all day, even boxing, you know what I mean? But boxing is a little different. I'm not so much into debating Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford and AJ and Deontay Wilder because these fucking fights ain't even close to being made. I want to talk about breakdown and predictions when I talk about them fights, you know what I mean? But basketball, hey man, you can get to see Oladipo versus Bradley Beal at least 3-4 times a year. And there ain't gonna be nobody ducking, straight up, you know. So B March Boxing, the edge and the award for better player between these two goes to Victor Oladipo, man out of Upper Marlboro, PG County, Maryland, and him also going back to Indiana, his college basketball roots. I think that also boosted his confidence in becoming the man who he is today. Bradley Beal, man, you're on the outside looking in, playboy. You gotta look at the man or challenge yourself to try. He was an all-star last year. Both of them, matter of fact, are one-time all-stars and made the all-star game for 2018. But we'll see this year. At the rate the Pacers are going, Oladipo will be in the all-star game. Bradley Beal, not so much. B March Boxing, I'm out of here. 1.